last time on Generation Gap, we compared some pretty awesome Shelbys.
A couple of really awesome Shelbys.
You have to agree with that?
They looked fantastic.
However, I agree with the viewers, and you guys chose the 1967 because they have some massive taste.
Yeah, well,
it's...
Meet Davin. When given the choice, he almost always prefers the older car. This is Matt. He believes cars don't have to be old to be great. Each episode, we give them a category, they pick their favorites, and you decide who's right. This week, Firebirds.
We are brought to you by the letter P, and that P's for Pontiac.
Pontiac.
And
we're brought to you by the letter L for Lingenfelter. He's still allowed us in the building. He's still actually giving us keys to cars for whatever reason.
And he has a smile on his face.
He's enjoying it.
Yes.
I am not going to question a single thing, except why am I still driving old cars?
Because old cars are cool, Matt. When are you going to get this?
I kind of get
Why
it.
do I got to drive a new car? I can go buy a new car.
You're right, because all production cars are designed by Ken Lingenfelter that have 655 horse. That's just how they build them all.
Hold on. You said what?
655 horse.
Maybe Ken should be designing all cars.
And it's naturally aspirated.
Ooh. All right.
I know how you like your NLP.
I like it. Clean and pure. Let's do it.
Let's go to the specs.
The 1968 Pontiac Firebird. This Firebird features a 350 cubic inch, 320 horsepower engine with a 3.36 to 1 rear axle ratio. The 2010 Lingenfelter Trans Am, one of 6 Lingenfelter LTA concept cars. Custom modifications include functional shaker hood, 20-inch honeycomb wheels, LS7 CNC ported cylinder heads, a 455 cubic inch Lingenfelter all-aluminum LSX engine. This Trans Am has 655 horsepower, 11.5 to 1 compression, and 610 pound-feet of torque.
I see you've really upped the ante.
See, that's the wonderful thing about being in Lingenfelter's collection, is he tends to do things just a little further than the average bear.
Yeah.
We've got an LS7 head LSX with 655 horse. Does okay.
I would suspect it will do okay.
6-speed manual.
I love the throwback wheels.
The honeycomb wheels are fantastic.
Wow.
Plus, you should love the paint scheme. It's a total throwback to the Trans Ams that you like.
It is. This is trying to be the earlier versions, and I like that.
It's not trying to be the earlier versions. This is what Pontiac would have done had GM not.
And that is sad.
It is sad, but I'm glad that Ken was around to go, I'm not going to let that slow me down.
No.
I want a Trans Am, so I'm going to build one.
This 1968 Firebird has the high output 350.
Oh, so a 350. Yeah, that's revolutionary.
Hold it. I said it's a 350 cubic inches of displacement.
Okay.
This is Pontiac's own motor. This was not the Chevrolet motor. This was Pontiac's own version. So it's very unique, offers a little different flow characteristics. It has a couple design cues that were changed from the 67 model, and obviously it shares some body panels, I should say, with the Camaro.
It definitely
its cousin.
Has a Camaro silhouette to it.
Absolutely.
There's no two ways around it. Now, exactly like yours, this is based off of a Camaro, only a new Camaro. This one does have the shaker hood, which is really cool.
That is true.
It couldn't have been done better to represent what the Firebird was to the modern vehicle.
Fair enough. Let's do it, Matt. Yeah, buddy.
I like that. Does have some pickup. It's a pretty torquey 350 then?
Yeah. Yeah, and you're in the power band and 4th gear.
Yeah.
You know, you're still there. You're not lugging the motor, you're still right there.
Yep.
The 0 to 60 on this car is phenomenal.
Phenomenal. The sound. I would like an app that made this sound so I can go to sleep to it. I can understand in the 60s, this was a hot little machine.
Yeah, because there were no real two-door smaller cars. I mean, today's day and age, this is a large car. I like the smiles you get from everyone in this.
I'm sick of you driving. Can I just drive it? I don't even want to convince you anymore that this is a good car.
Yes.
Jeez, thing pushes.
It just pulls.
Amazing.
And that's the 60. I mean, I'm not,
That was second gear pull.
second gear pull to 60. I mean, I'm not, I still like the uncluttered design. I mean, the gauge package is all driver. I don't need to see it.
Nah. I don't even care that you're here. Why would you need to see gauges?
All right, I think this car would fit in nicely in a Pontiac collection.
Absolutely.
How do you like how you like looking out over the hood scoops and the tag?
I dig it, man. That tack on the hood is right where it's at.
Yeah, it does not like under 2,000 RPM. Fourth gear in 40 is 1,800, and it's like, let's go!
Yeah.
So think about it from a car balance standpoint.
Yeah.
Pontiac did a nice job with putting, it went big displacement, but didn't go big package.
Okay.
So, like in the GTO, 366 horse, 400 cubic inch. Let's just call it 450 pound package.
Okay.
Whereas when you go into a Chevrolet big block, okay,
Yeah.
396, so the same cubic inches, you could get 375 horse, but at a weight penalty of about 100 pounds. So, and on the wrong end of the car. No, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the brute force of a big block Camaro,
Yeah.
but from an overall drivability standpoint, I think it made a little more sense to stick with the small block and
Give it a little
just
more grunt.
give it a more grunt. Right.
Okay, Matt, how was that drive? I thought it was fantastic. I know you love this.
The drive was good, but the ride was great.
Okay, this is going to be a steep mountain for me to climb.
It will be.
That ride is exceptional.
It is.
The power is phenomenal. I'm going to give you 2 points
For performance?
for performance.
I
because
was going to take them either way.
yes, and rightfully so, because that thing is incredible.
Okay, I'm taking it. All right, thank you.
All right. Now, ease of ownership, though. Okay?
I see
Now,
where you're
here's where
going.
I'm going to go.
Okay.
I can probably go to a large portion of the swap meets around the country,
Yeah.
and I can put this thing back on the road or get it restored.
I have no problem giving you this, and here's why. While I'm sure this is a very easy car to own in that sense, unfortunately, there's only one Ken Lingenfelter, and there's only one Lingenfelter Performance, and there's not a shop in every major city across the U.S. who is competent enough to tune the carburetor as they would.
Right.
Obviously, fuel injection, but
Exactly.
you can't.
So you're giving it to me. is what
I'm
you're
giving
saying.
them both points. You
All
can
right.
have them.
I'm taking the 2 points.
Not to say it's a terrible car to own.
I think I'm going to need those 2 points.
I think you might.
Okay. Next topic.
Yep.
Collectability. This is undeniably, hands down, more collectible than that is.
I will give you that this is a collector car.
Correct.
People like them, people want them, it's collectible. But I have to argue
But there's always a but.
this is more collectible. More collectible.
You gotta prove it to me, Matt, because I don't think so.
Historically, these cars that aren't quite stock, but someone like, I don't know, Nicky Chevrolet, Berger, we've got Yanko. that
Yanko
take a
made
car-
motor changes and put a sticker on a production car.
Yeah.
It made it collectible because it was still a production car, but brought to that next level. This isn't a production car.
Well, Let me stop you there. This is a production car. It's based off of a Camaro, and it's no different than what Shelby did with the Mustangs.
Ooh. Okay, I see where you're going there.
And those happen to be collectible throughout the range.
They do happen to be slightly collectible.
Just a little.
Okay. All right. I get it. I
Okay.
agree with you.
I'll take them.
I'll give you the points.
My points.
They're your points.
Looks.
Undeniably. Classic.
It's
classic looks, Matt.
But like you say, in every classic car we step into, look at all the people who notice us.
People do notice it now.
What happened when we got in this?
They do look at it. They do notice it. But this isn't just the standard Fathom green of Chevrolet. This is their Deo green.
I get it. This is not just a standard Camaro. They've done the Trans Am stripe on it. They've done the honeycomb wheels. They've done the forming of the front bumper to point it like yours.
Okay. They both get noticed very well.
Very well, and I'm perfectly happy splitting this up.
All right. I'll begrudgingly give you a point.
So we're even, 1 and 1.
We'll split one.
I'm okay with, because I like that car.
I like that car.
I know.
All right, Matt. I feel like I'm running here.
You've got some catching up to do.
You got me up against the wall.
I do. Passionate.
Do you really think owners are going to be more passionate about the new car versus the old classic car?
I think we can't argue that owners of the old car are going to be passionate. There's no point in it. The question is, was the Pontiac performance passion captured in this vehicle?
Well, I'm going to say this. From driving that car and being around that car, there's definitely some passion there.
I would go so far out on a limb as to say, this is better than what Pontiac would have come out with had they survived till today.
Okay, I agree.
We're even.
We're even.
Except for the part where I won.
Maybe except for that part.
Okay, Matt, you got me close here this time.
We're fine.
We're close. We're close. Okay, but like every other time, I know the classic car brotherhood out there is going to help pull this one back away from you, put it where it belongs in the classic. So click on the link below. We'll see you next time, and we're bringing some bigger guns.
And I'm going to bring some muscle myself. Thanks for watching.